In 1924, we thought the Milky Way was the entire universe, until Edwin Hubble proved us wrong. What looked like a faint blur in the night sky was actually the Andromeda Galaxy, bigger than our own and filled with over 1 trillion stars. That discovery shattered our place in the cosmos. And here's what most don't realize. Andromeda is coming. Slowly, silently, it's moving toward us, set to collide with our galaxy in a few billion years. So, how does it feel knowing the universe isn't just vast? It's in motion, and we're part of something far more epic than we imagined. Meet our galactic neighbor. There's a silent wanderer hanging in our night sky, so vast, so close, yet so quietly overlooked. You might have seen it without realizing, a faint smudge in the dark, barely noticeable to the naked eye. But that humble smudge, it's the Andromeda Galaxy, the closest spiral galaxy to our own Milky Way. And it's not just a neighbor, it's a giant, bigger and more massive than our own galaxy. If you could travel at the speed of light, it would still take you over 2.5 million years to get there. That's not just distance, it's a time capsule. The light we see from Andromeda tonight actually left it during the time early humans were first learning to use tools. It's like looking through a cosmic window into the deep past. But Andromeda isn't just a relic, it's a message. A reminder that even in the vastness of the cosmos, we're not alone in the dark. Galaxies like ours aren't solitary islands floating aimlessly. We're part of a larger galactic family. And Andromeda? It's our sibling, slowly drifting closer every second. Isn't it wild that while we scroll through phones and binge-watch shows, entire galaxies are inching toward one another for a cosmic reunion? Size, distance, and visibility. Let's break down just how massive our neighbor really is. Andromeda spans about 220,000 light-years across. That's nearly double the size of the Milky Way. And within that spiraling colossus are over 1 trillion stars. Yes, trillion, with untold numbers of planets orbiting around them. Some astronomers even suggest it might contain twice the stars we have. And here's the incredible part. On a clear night, far away from city lights, you can actually see Andromeda with your own eyes. No telescope, no binoculars, just you in the night sky. What you're seeing, though faint, is the furthest object visible to the naked human eye. That fact alone makes it special, because without any tech or training, you're literally staring across time and space. Think about that. You're standing on a tiny planet, looking out across 2.5 million light-years. The light hitting your retina tonight left Andromeda when early ancestors of modern humans were first learning to stand upright. You're not just stargazing, you're time-traveling. It's not just a galaxy, it's a reminder that the universe is much, much bigger than our day-to-day worries. Structure and composition. You might think galaxies all look the same, a bunch of stars swirling in space, but Andromeda? It's got some serious style. This majestic spiral galaxy has a glowing central bulge, 2 massive arms that twist outward, and hundreds of smaller star clusters sprinkled throughout like cosmic confetti. Scientists estimate it has over 1 trillion stars, compared to the Milky Way's 200 to 400 billion. That's 5 times more stars lighting up its structure. It even has satellite galaxies of its own, just like we have the Magellanic Clouds. Andromeda's arms aren't just starry decoration. They contain countless planetary systems, star-forming nebulae, and possibly even black holes hiding deep inside. What's fascinating is that it isn't chaotic, it's organized beauty on a scale we can barely comprehend. Even the dust lanes, those darker regions cutting across the spiral arms, are essential. They're not voids, but rich with gas that could one day form new stars. It's like Andromeda is a living, breathing structure constantly creating, evolving, changing. From its bright, dense core to the wispy edges of its arms, every part of it tells a story billions of years old. History of discovery. Long before we knew what a galaxy even was, Andromeda had already made an impression. Ancient Persian astronomers wrote about a little cloud in the sky, one that didn't twinkle like the stars. That cloud was Andromeda, and for centuries that's all anyone thought it was, a fuzzy patch in our own galaxy. Then came 1924. Edwin Hubble, yes, the guy the telescope's named after, changed everything. Using a powerful telescope, he found variable stars inside Andromeda and measured their distance. What he discovered shocked the world. Andromeda wasn't inside the Milky Way at all. It was its own separate galaxy, millions of light-years away. This moment shattered our idea of the universe. Suddenly, the Milky Way wasn't the universe, it was just one galaxy in a cosmos full of them. Andromeda opened the floodgates to modern astronomy. It was the first galaxy we truly understood as being independent of our own, and it forever expanded our cosmic horizon. That fuzzy smudge? It forced us to rewrite everything we thought we knew, and in doing so, it made the universe feel both infinitely bigger and far more connected. Collision course with the Milky Way. Every second Andromeda is moving closer to us, about 68 miles per second. That means with every heartbeat, the distance between our galaxies shrinks just a little more. It's not a maybe, it's a cosmic certainty. Scientists predict that in about 4 billion years Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide. Not like a violent explosion though. Because space is so vast and stars are so far apart, most will simply drift past one another, dancing through gravity's pull. It's more of a slow-motion ballet than a demolition derby. Over time, this celestial interaction will stretch, twist, and eventually merge both galaxies into a brand new formation, Milkomeda or Milkdromeda, as some astronomers playfully call it. Earth might survive, the sun might still shine, but the night sky will change forever. If future humans or civilizations exist then, they'll look up and see skies ablaze with stars from both galaxies. It's wild to think that something as stable and constant as our galaxy is part of a much bigger story, one that's still unfolding. Our peaceful skies today? They're the calm before a magnificent billion-year storm. Possibility of life. What if we're not alone, even just one galaxy over? With over 1 trillion stars and potentially billions of planets, Andromeda might hold secrets we can't yet fathom. Some of those planets could sit in the habitable zone, the sweet spot where liquid water can exist. That's the first ingredient for life as we know it. And since Andromeda is older than the Milky Way, some of its stars have had a head start by billions of years. What if intelligent life evolved there long before humans ever lit their first fire? Or what if ancient civilizations rose and fell before we ever looked up? While we haven't found signs of life in Andromeda, we're only beginning to understand its vastness. Most of its planets are too far for us to study in detail, yet. But advancements in telescopes and interstellar tech could one day let us glimpse alien skies, distant oceans, or even civilizations waving back. Right now, it's all questions and wonder, but maybe that's the point. The search for life in Andromeda isn't just about science, it's about connection, about asking, are we really the only ones out here? The hidden skeleton of Andromeda. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but it holds everything together. Nearly 90% of Andromeda's mass is invisible, made of something scientists call dark matter. It doesn't emit light, it doesn't reflect it, and yet, it's everywhere, acting like a hidden skeleton that binds galaxies. We only know it exists because of what it does. Andromeda's stars rotate at speeds that shouldn't be possible if only visible matter existed. By all logic, those outer stars should have flung off into deep space by now, but they haven't. Something is keeping them tethered, and that something is dark matter. It's like a silent architect, shaping galaxies from the shadows. And here's what's even more fascinating. Andromeda's dark matter halo stretches far beyond its glowing arms, like an invisible shield. It might even be interacting with the Milky Way's own dark matter cloud as we speak. The more we study Andromeda, the more we realize it's not just about stars and light, it's about the unseen forces that define the universe. Think about that. Most of what exists in our closest neighbor is something we still don't understand. A cosmic transformation. As we continue to observe Andromeda, one question persists. What will happen to both galaxies once they collide? While this event is billions of years away, the concept of such a cosmic transformation is deeply intriguing. Astronomers believe that the merging of the Milky Way and Andromeda will not result in a catastrophic collision of stars. After all, space is vast, and stars are spaced far apart. Instead, it will be a slow dance of gravitational forces, causing the two galaxies to slowly stretch, twist, and eventually fuse together into a brand new galaxy. Some suggest that this new galaxy could be called Milkomeda or Milkdromeda. However, as the galaxies collide, their supermassive black holes will likely converge as well, sparking a new and intense period of star formation in the aftermath. With this collision, new stellar structures will form, possibly creating an even more magnificent cosmic display in the future sky. For life on Earth, this event may not pose any immediate threat, as the collision will unfold over millions of years. But what about future civilizations? Will they witness the collision in real time, perhaps from a planet in the new galaxy? The possibilities are endless, and the collision between Andromeda and the Milky Way is sure to redefine the very nature of the universe as we know it. It's a reminder that even the most stable elements in the cosmos are subject to change, and the future of the universe is written in the stars. And there you have it, the Andromeda Galaxy, a giant in our cosmic neighborhood with mysteries that continue to fascinate astronomers. Isn't it amazing to think about the vastness of the universe right next door? If you're as amazed by the wonders of space as we are, make sure to keep exploring with us. And if you love discovering the secrets of the universe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more adventures with space facts. Humanity is on the brink of an extraordinary journey. Artemis II will be the first crewed mission to orbit the moon in over 50 years. Did you know the spacecraft will travel nearly 280,000 miles, venturing farther than any humans have gone since Apollo 17? This mission isn't just about distance, it's about reigniting our quest to explore and settle new worlds. Are you ready to discover what makes Artemis II a giant leap for mankind? What is Artemis II? Artemis II is set to be a groundbreaking mission that marks humanity's first crewed journey beyond low Earth orbit in over half a century. This mission is the second flight in NASA's ambitious Artemis program, designed to return astronauts to the moon and eventually pave the way for human exploration of Mars. Unlike its predecessor, Artemis I, which was an uncrewed test flight, Artemis II will carry a crew of astronauts aboard the Orion spacecraft as it orbits the moon. This is a critical step because it will test the spacecraft's life support systems, navigation, and communication capabilities with humans on board, ensuring everything works perfectly before attempting a lunar landing. The mission will last about 10 days, during which the crew will travel approximately 280,000 miles, circling the moon and then returning safely to Earth. Artemis II is not just about testing technology, it's a symbol of renewed human ambition in space exploration, reigniting the excitement of lunar discovery that began with the Apollo missions. This mission will demonstrate the ability to send astronauts farther than ever before, opening new frontiers for science and international cooperation. The success of Artemis II will lay the foundation for Artemis III, which aims to land astronauts on the moon's surface, including the first woman and the next man. In many ways, Artemis II is the bridge between dreams and reality, proving that the next giant leap for mankind is well within reach. This mission is more than just a test flight, it's a bold statement that the era of deep space exploration is back and it's here to stay. The crew and their roles. The astronauts chosen for Artemis II are not just explorers, they are pioneers ready to push the boundaries of human spaceflight. This diverse and highly skilled crew brings together experience, expertise, and a shared passion for discovery. Each astronaut has undergone rigorous training to prepare for the unique challenges of traveling beyond Earth's protective atmosphere and venturing into deep space. Their roles are carefully assigned to ensure every aspect of the mission runs smoothly, from piloting the Orion spacecraft to monitoring life support systems and conducting critical communications with mission control. What makes this crew especially exciting is the blend of veterans and newcomers, bringing fresh perspectives while relying on proven skills. Their teamwork and resilience will be tested as they orbit the moon, facing the isolation and risks that come with such a historic journey. Beyond their technical roles, these astronauts serve as ambassadors for humanity's future in space, inspiring millions back on Earth. Their mission isn't just about science and technology, it's about proving that humans can live and work safely in the harsh environment of space. By successfully completing Artemis II, they will demonstrate the readiness and courage needed to take the next giant leap, landing on the lunar surface. This crew's journey symbolizes hope, innovation, and the relentless human spirit that drives us to explore the unknown. They remind us that space exploration is a team effort, combining skill, bravery, and vision to open new frontiers for all of us. Space Launch System rocket. When it comes to launching Artemis II, the Space Launch System rocket is the true powerhouse behind this historic mission. This isn't just any rocket, it's the most powerful rocket NASA has ever built, designed specifically to carry astronauts and heavy payloads beyond Earth's orbit. Standing taller than the Statue of Liberty, the SLS packs an incredible amount of thrust, enough to propel the Orion spacecraft and its crew nearly 280,000 miles to the moon and back. What's fascinating is how this rocket combines cutting-edge technology with lessons learned from decades of space exploration. Its massive core stage, fueled by liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, works alongside solid rocket boosters that ignite with a thunderous roar, pushing the spacecraft at blistering speeds. The SLS's design also allows for flexibility, meaning it can be upgraded for future missions to Mars and beyond. But raw power isn't the only story here, precision is just as critical. Every launch sequence is meticulously planned to ensure the rocket's engines and boosters work in perfect harmony, delivering a smooth and safe ride for the crew. The SLS represents a leap forward in human spaceflight capability, making Artemis II possible and setting the stage for more ambitious journeys. Without this rocket, sending astronauts beyond low Earth orbit would remain a distant dream. So, as Artemis II prepares to launch, the SLS stands ready as the mighty vehicle that will carry humanity's hopes and dreams back to the moon. Orion spacecraft features. The Orion spacecraft is the heart of Artemis II, designed to keep astronauts safe and comfortable as they journey farther than humans have ever gone before. This spacecraft isn't just a capsule, it's a marvel of engineering packed with advanced life support systems, navigation tools, and safety features. Orion's sleek design includes a crew module where astronauts live and work, protected by a heat shield that will endure the intense heat of re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. Inside, the crew will have everything they need, from oxygen and temperature control to communication systems that keep them connected to mission control millions of miles away. One of the most impressive aspects of Orion is its ability to support deep space missions, with systems built to handle the challenges of radiation, microgravity, and the psychological effects of isolation. The spacecraft also features a service module, which provides propulsion, power, and thermal control, ensuring the crew can maneuver around the moon and return safely. Every detail of Orion has been tested rigorously, with Artemis II serving as the first real-world test with humans on board. This mission will prove that Orion can handle the demands of lunar orbit, paving the way for future missions to land astronauts on the moon and eventually Mars. Orion represents a leap forward in space travel technology, combining safety, reliability, and innovation to make deep space exploration possible. As Artemis II prepares for launch, Orion stands ready to carry humanity's explorers on a journey that could redefine our place in the cosmos. Mission objectives. Every mission needs clear goals, and Artemis II has some of the most important objectives in recent space history. The primary mission is to test the Orion spacecraft's systems with astronauts on board, ensuring that life support, navigation, and communication work flawlessly in the harsh environment of deep space. This means the crew will monitor how well the spacecraft supports human life far from Earth, testing everything from oxygen levels to temperature control. Another key goal is to validate the spacecraft's ability to perform complex maneuvers, such as entering and exiting lunar orbit, which is crucial for future missions that will actually land on the moon. Artemis II will also gather valuable data on radiation exposure and the effects of long-duration spaceflight on the human body, helping scientists prepare for even longer journeys to Mars. Beyond the technical tests, the mission aims to strengthen international partnerships and demonstrate that humans can safely live and work beyond low Earth orbit. These objectives aren't just boxes to check, they represent the foundation for a sustainable human presence in space. Success here will prove that NASA's plans for Artemis III and beyond are achievable, moving humanity closer to returning to the lunar surface and eventually exploring Mars. Artemis II is a critical proving ground where every system and procedure will be scrutinized to ensure the safety and success of future explorers. This mission is about more than just technology. It's about building confidence and experience, turning ambitious dreams into achievable realities. Trajectory and flight path. The path Artemis II will take on its journey around the moon is as fascinating as the mission itself. This carefully planned trajectory involves launching from Earth, traveling roughly 280,000 miles, and entering a lunar orbit that allows the crew to circle the moon multiple times. Unlike Apollo missions that landed on the lunar surface, Artemis II will stay in orbit, giving astronauts a close-up view of the moon's rugged terrain from a unique vantage point. The flight path is designed to test critical navigation and propulsion systems, including the spacecraft's ability to perform precise maneuvers to enter and exit lunar orbit safely. After completing several orbits, the crew will begin their return trip to Earth, where Orion's heat shield will protect them during the intense re-entry process. This trajectory is not just about getting there and back, it's about mastering the complexities of deep space travel. The mission will demonstrate how humans can operate spacecraft far from Earth's immediate reach, managing communication delays and relying on onboard systems for guidance. Each phase of the flight path is a rehearsal for future missions that will land astronauts on the moon and eventually send them to Mars. The precision required for this journey highlights the incredible coordination between astronauts, mission control, and cutting-edge technology. Artemis II's flight path is a testament to human ingenuity and determination, proving that we can navigate the vastness of space with confidence and skill. This mission will bring us one step closer to making lunar exploration routine and sustainable. Technological innovations. Artemis II isn't just about powerful rockets and advanced spacecraft. It's also a showcase for some of the most exciting new technologies that will shape the future of space exploration. One of the standout innovations is the spacecraft's enhanced life support system, which is designed to keep astronauts healthy and safe during longer missions far from Earth. This system carefully manages air quality, temperature, and waste, all while conserving precious resources. Another breakthrough is the advanced navigation and communication technology onboard Orion, allowing the crew to maintain contact with Earth, even with the vast distance and potential signal delays. Artemis II will also test new radiation shielding methods, which is, a crucial development because deep space exposes astronauts to far more radiation than low Earth orbit. These technologies aren't just incremental upgrades, they represent a leap forward in making long-duration human spaceflight sustainable. The mission will also trial updated software and autonomous systems that can assist astronauts by handling routine tasks or responding to emergencies, reducing the crew's workload and increasing safety. These innovations are essential stepping stones for future missions, especially those aiming for Mars, where astronauts will spend months in space. Artemis II serves as a proving ground, demonstrating that these cutting-edge technologies can operate reliably in the demanding environment of lunar orbit. Each successful test brings humanity closer to establishing a permanent presence beyond Earth, turning science fiction into reality. The technology behind Artemis II is a testament to human creativity and determination, really pushing the limits of what's possible in space travel. International collaboration. Artemis II is not just a NASA mission, it's a global effort that highlights the power of international collaboration in space exploration. Countries around the world are joining forces to make this mission a success, sharing technology, expertise, and resources. For example, the European Space Agency contributes the service module that powers and propels the Orion spacecraft, showcasing how teamwork across continents can achieve what no single nation could do alone. This partnership extends beyond hardware. It includes shared scientific goals, coordinated mission planning, and joint training exercises for astronauts. International cooperation also helps spread the cost and risks associated with deep space missions, making ambitious projects like Artemis II more feasible. This spirit of collaboration reflects a broader vision of space as a domain for peaceful exploration and discovery, where humanity works together to push boundaries. It also sets a precedent for future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, where multinational crews and shared infrastructures will be the norm. By involving partners worldwide, Artemis II strengthens diplomatic ties and fosters a sense of global unity through science and exploration. This mission proves that space is not just the final frontier for one country, but a shared journey for all of humanity. The success of Artemis II will inspire more international projects, paving the way for a new era of cooperative space exploration that benefits everyone on Earth. Challenges and risks. Every space mission carries risks, and Artemis II is no exception. Traveling beyond Earth's protective magnetic field exposes astronauts to hazards that require careful preparation and mitigation. One of the biggest challenges is radiation. Deep space is filled with cosmic rays and solar particles that can damage cells and increase cancer risk. NASA has developed advanced shielding and monitoring systems to protect the crew, but the threat remains a significant concern. Another risk comes from the isolation and psychological stress of being far from Earth, confined in a small spacecraft with limited communication delays. The astronauts undergo extensive training to build resilience and teamwork, ensuring they can handle emergencies calmly and effectively. Technical failures are also a possibility, from life support malfunctions to navigation errors, which is why Artemis II is designed with multiple redundancies and rigorous testing. The mission's success depends on the crew's ability to respond quickly and adapt to unexpected situations. NASA's engineers and medical teams work tirelessly behind the scenes to anticipate problems and develop contingency plans. These challenges highlight the bravery and skill of the Artemis II astronauts, who willingly face these dangers to push the boundaries of human exploration. Understanding and managing these risks is essential not only for Artemis II, but for all future deep space missions. Each successful step forward builds confidence and knowledge, making space travel safer and more reliable. Artemis II is a bold reminder that exploration requires courage, preparation, and a commitment to overcoming the unknown. Why Artemis II matters. Artemis II is more than just a mission. It's a bold statement about humanity's future in space. This journey around the moon represents a crucial stepping stone toward establishing a sustainable human presence beyond Earth. By successfully orbiting the moon with a crew on board, Artemis II will prove that long-duration space travel is achievable and safe, inspiring a new generation of explorers and scientists. The mission's success will reignite global excitement for lunar exploration, reminding us that space is not a distant dream but an accessible frontier. It will also accelerate technological advancements and international partnerships, laying the groundwork for Artemis III's historic lunar landing and future missions to Mars. Artemis II symbolizes resilience, innovation, and the unyielding human spirit to explore the unknown. It's a reminder that every great achievement starts with a single step, or in this case, a single orbit. As we watch this mission unfold, we are witnessing the dawn of a new era where the moon becomes a gateway to the stars. Artemis II invites all of us to look up, dream bigger, and believe that the next giant leap is just around the corner. This mission is not just about astronauts or rockets, it's about all of humanity reaching for the cosmos together. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through Artemis II and the future of lunar exploration. If you enjoyed diving into these space facts, make sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from Space Facts. Don't forget to subscribe and become part of our growing community of space enthusiasts. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us what excites you most about Artemis II or the next giant leap in space exploration. Until next time, keep looking up. The moon is more than just a glowing orb in our night sky. It's a powerful force that has shaped Earth's tides, climate, and even the length of our days for billions of years. Did you know that the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth at about 3.8 centimeters per year? Now imagine what would happen if, instead of drifting away, it suddenly collided with our planet. Do you know the devastating effects such a cosmic crash could unleash? The moon's current orbit and stability. What if the moon suddenly stopped orbiting Earth and started drifting closer? The consequences would be immediate and terrifying. The moon's gravity is already responsible for the tides we see each day, but if it moved closer, those tides would become monstrous, flooding coastlines and swallowing entire cities. This gravitational tug-of-war would also trigger massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions as the Earth's crust strains under the added stress. The atmosphere wouldn't escape unscathed either. Violent storms and unusual weather patterns would sweep across the globe, making survival even harder. The moon's approach would disrupt the delicate balance that has kept Earth stable for billions of years, and the closer it got, the more chaotic life would become. This isn't just about water rising or storms intensifying. This is a complete upheaval of the planet's natural rhythms. The moon's pull would literally shake the ground beneath our feet, crack open the Earth's surface, and unleash forces that could reshape continents. It's a reminder that even our closest celestial neighbor plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of life on Earth. Without that balance, the planet would be a very different, far more hostile place. The initial approach and gravitational effects. The moon drifting closer to Earth wouldn't just cause wild tides and earthquakes. It would unleash a storm of atmospheric chaos like we've never seen. As the moon's gravity pulls harder, the air itself would become unstable, whipping up fierce winds and triggering massive storms that could rage non-stop. These wouldn't be ordinary storms. Think of hurricanes on steroids swirling across continents with relentless power. The interaction between charged particles from both Earth and the moon could even spark intense electrical storms, lighting up the sky with bolts far stronger than any lightning we know. This atmospheric turmoil would disrupt global weather patterns, making it nearly impossible to predict what comes next. Crops would fail, ecosystems would be thrown off balance, and the very air we breathe could become hazardous. The moon's approach would turn our skies into a battleground of natural forces, leaving no corner of the planet untouched. It's a stark reminder that the moon isn't just a silent companion lighting up our nights, it's a powerful force shaping life on Earth in ways we often overlook. As the chaos builds, survival would become a daily challenge, and humanity would have to adapt quickly or face the consequences of a planet thrown out of balance. Atmospheric and environmental chaos. The moment the moon crashes into Earth, the sheer force unleashed would be beyond anything humanity has ever witnessed. This isn't just a big explosion, It's a cataclysmic event releasing energy equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs detonating at once. The impact would instantly vaporize everything near the collision site, turning solid ground into molten rock and sending shockwaves racing around the globe. Debris from the collision would be hurled into the atmosphere and beyond, creating a fiery rain of molten fragments that would ignite wildfires worldwide. The sky would fill with thick clouds of dust and ash, blocking out sunlight and plunging the planet into darkness. This sudden blackout, known as an impact winter, could last for months or even years, causing temperatures to drop drastically and disrupting the delicate balance of life. Plants would struggle to survive without sunlight, and the collapse of ecosystems would ripple through the food chain, threatening countless species with extinction. The moon's collision wouldn't just reshape the surface of Earth, it would rewrite the story of life itself, forcing every living thing to face an uncertain and hostile world. This event would mark one of the most dramatic turning points in Earth's history, a reminder of how fragile our planet's stability truly is. Collision impact energy. So what would actually happen after the moon's catastrophic impact with Earth? Well, the immediate aftermath would be a global firestorm of unimaginable scale. The tremendous energy from the collision would superheat the atmosphere, igniting every combustible surface across continents. Forests, cities, everything would be engulfed in an inferno. As these firestorms rage, they'd pump colossal amounts of soot, ash, and greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, creating a thick, dark shroud that would completely block out the sun for months or maybe even years. This extended period of darkness, known as an impact winter, would cause global temperatures to plummet drastically. Photosynthesis, which is the fundamental process supporting most life on Earth, would just grind to a halt. The chilling temperatures, combined with the lack of sunlight, would decimate plant life, leading to a catastrophic collapse of food chains. The air itself would become unbreathable, filled with toxic gases and fine particles from the fires and pulverized debris. Surviving any initial impact would only be the beginning of a desperate struggle against a dying world, one that's been transformed into a barren, frozen landscape where the conditions for life as we know it would basically cease to exist. Global firestorms and darkness. When the moon collides with Earth, it won't just shake the planet, it'll fundamentally alter how our world spins. The impact's immense force would change Earth's rotation speed, possibly making days longer or shorter in ways we just can't predict. Imagine waking up to a day that lasts 30 hours or maybe just a few minutes shorter than usual. Our entire sense of time would be thrown off. The collision could even tilt Earth's axis, which is what gives us our seasons. Even a slight change in this tilt could lead to extreme climate shifts, with some regions facing brutal, never-ending winters, while others deal with scorching, relentless summers. This disruption to Earth's natural rhythms would affect everything: weather patterns, animal migration, and plant growth cycles. Over time, these changes could make huge parts of the planet hostile to life as we know it. The delicate balance that's allowed civilizations to thrive for thousands of years would be shattered, forcing humanity to adapt to a drastically different environment. It's a stark reminder that the moon isn't just a pretty object in the night sky, it actually plays a vital role in keeping our planet stable and life-supporting. Without it, Earth's future would be uncertain and filled with challenges we can barely imagine. Changes to Earth's rotation and orbit. The aftermath of a Moon-Earth collision wouldn't just leave a scar on the surface, it would create a massive cloud of debris orbiting our planet. This debris, made up of pulverized rock and dust, could actually form a spectacular ring around Earth, kind of like Saturn's iconic bands. Over time, some of this material might clump together, gradually forming a new moon. But this new satellite wouldn't be the gentle, familiar moon we know. It could be irregularly shaped, unstable, and constantly shifting. This debris ring or new moon would dramatically affect Earth's tides, possibly causing unpredictable flooding and altering marine ecosystems. Nights could become brighter or darker, depending on the density of the debris, disrupting animal behaviors and human activities alike. The constant presence of this debris would also pose a hazard to satellites and spacecraft, making it a lot more complicated to explore space or use the satellite technology we rely on for communication and navigation. This cosmic aftermath would remind us that even after a catastrophic event, the universe keeps moving, reshaping itself in ways that are both beautiful and dangerous. life on Earth would have to adapt, not just to the immediate destruction, but to a changed celestial environment that could influence our planet for thousands, if not millions of years. Formation of a new debris ring or moon. So, the collision between the moon and Earth would trigger an extinction-level event unlike anything in recorded history. The immediate shockwaves, massive fires, and impact winter would, devastate ecosystems, wiping out countless species in just a matter of weeks. But the ripple effects would extend far beyond the initial disaster. Food chains would collapse as plants die off from lack of sunlight, and animals would really struggle to find enough resources to survive. Human civilization, which is so dependent on stable climates and agriculture, would face unimaginable challenges. Societies might collapse under the strain of famine, disease, and social unrest. Yet, even in the face of such destruction, life has a remarkable ability to endure. Microbial life, hidden deep underground or in the oceans, could survive the harsh conditions and serve as the foundation for eventual recovery. Over thousands or even millions of years, new species might evolve to fill the ecological niches left vacant. This event would mark a brutal reset for life on Earth, but it wouldn't necessarily be the end. It's a powerful reminder of both the fragility and resilience of life, showing just how closely our fate is tied to the cosmic forces that shape our planet. Potential extinction-level event. The moon crashing into Earth would unleash geological chaos that reshapes the planet for millions of years. The impact's force would fracture the crust, triggering massive volcanic eruptions worldwide. These eruptions would spew ash and lava, further darkening the skies and poisoning the air. Mountains could rise or crumble, and new landforms would emerge as the Earth's surface is violently rearranged. This geological upheaval would not only change the landscape, but also disrupt the planet's internal heat flow, potentially altering tectonic activity for ages. Earthquakes would become more frequent and severe, making the ground unstable and dangerous. Over time, these changes would create a planet that looks and feels completely different from the one we know today. The scars of the collision would be etched into the very bedrock, a permanent reminder of the cosmic disaster. Yet this process of destruction and renewal is part of Earth's natural cycle, though on a scale far beyond anything experienced in human history. It's a powerful testament to the dynamic nature of our planet and how it responds to forces from beyond our world, forever changing the stage on which life plays out. Long-term geological changes. The aftermath of a Moon-Earth collision would raise a crucial question. Could life ever bounce back from such devastation? Despite the overwhelming destruction, Earth's resilience is remarkable. Deep beneath the surface, microbial life forms could survive the harsh conditions, tucked away from the worst of the fires, radiation, and freezing darkness. These tiny survivors would become the seeds of a new beginning, slowly repopulating the planet's ecosystems over millions of years. Evolution would take its course, with new species emerging to fill the void left by those wiped out. However, this recovery wouldn't be quick or easy. The planet's environment would be radically altered, with unstable climates and landscapes posing constant challenges. Human civilization, if it survived, would have to adapt to a world unrecognizable from the one we know today. This long road to recovery highlights the incredible tenacity of life and the delicate balance that sustains it. While the moon's collision would mark an end to an era, it wouldn't necessarily spell the end of life itself. Instead, it would reset the clock, offering a harsh but fascinating glimpse into nature's ability to endure and evolve, even after the most catastrophic events. Could life ever recover? The moon's collision with Earth would be a cosmic catastrophe, but it also reveals something profound: the fragile yet extraordinary balance that sustains life on our planet. This event would shatter the harmony that has allowed ecosystems to flourish and civilizations to rise. Yet it's a powerful reminder that Earth exists within a vast and dynamic universe, where celestial bodies constantly influence one another in ways both subtle and dramatic. The moon's presence stabilizes Earth's tilt, moderates tides, and even affects the length of our days. Without it, or after such a catastrophic collision, the world would be unrecognizable, chaotic, unstable, and harsh. But this scenario also highlights humanity's place in the cosmos. Small, vulnerable, yet capable of incredible resilience and adaptation. While the moon crashing into Earth is an almost impossible event, thinking about it helps us appreciate the delicate cosmic dance that makes life possible. It encourages us to protect our planet and understand our universe better, knowing that even the most familiar celestial neighbor plays a vital role in the story of life. So, next time you look up at the moon, remember, it's not just a glowing rock in the sky, but a guardian of Earth's balance and a key player in the ongoing saga of our planet. Thanks for joining us on Space Facts today. If you enjoyed exploring what would happen if the moon collided with Earth, make sure to hit that bell icon so you never miss out on our cosmic discoveries. Don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing space content delivered straight to your feed. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us which space fact amazed you the most, or what topic you want us to cover next. Stay curious, and keep looking up. NASA's recent discoveries deep within the sun's core are rewriting our understanding of the star that sustains life on Earth. Using cutting-edge missions like the Parker Solar Probe and the Solar Dynamics Observatory, scientists have unveiled astonishing phenomena, from massive magnetic tornadoes to mysterious plasma tsunamis, that reveal the sun's inner workings are far more dynamic and dangerous than ever imagined. One powerful fact stands out: the sun loses 4 million tons of mass every second, a relentless countdown to its eventual demise. The sun's secret nuclear furnace. NASA's latest data has revealed surprising new insights about the sun's core, challenging long-held beliefs. Traditionally, scientists thought the sun's energy output was stable, fueled by steady hydrogen fusion. However, recent findings suggest the core behaves unpredictably, exhibiting what researchers are calling fusion bursts. These bursts are violent, explosive events deep within the sun's 27 million degree center, unlike the familiar solar flares that occur on its surface. These fusion bursts are powerful enough to challenge existing physics models. Remarkably, the sun seems to hide these internal explosions by bending light, making them invisible to direct observation. If one of these bursts were to break free from the core's containment, it could have catastrophic effects on Earth, potentially collapsing our planet's magnetic field within 12 hours. This magnetic shield protects us from harmful solar and cosmic radiation, so its loss would be devastating. NASA warns that this behavior is abnormal for a star of the sun's age and stability, suggesting the sun might be undergoing unexpected internal changes. While this doesn't mean immediate danger, it raises important questions about our star's future and the need for continued monitoring. The solar vortex that defies physics. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory has observed massive swirling waves and vortices on the sun, including large-scale motions beneath its surface, but there is no verified evidence of a 300,000-mile-wide whirlpool inside the sun's core, spinning backward or causing time dilation effects. Research indicates the sun likely has polar vortices, rings of swirling magnetic patterns near its poles that evolve with the solar cycle and affect magnetic field reversals. These vortices form around 55 degrees latitude and migrate poleward, disappearing during solar maximum when the sun's magnetic polarity flips. However, these are surface and near-surface phenomena, not deep core vortices. The claim that such a vortex breaks fluid dynamics laws, causes time to slow, or threatens to tear the sun apart within 1 billion years, is not supported by current scientific data or NASA releases. The sun's core fusion processes and magnetic dynamics are complex, but remain consistent with established physics models. NASA has not publicly released or deleted data supporting such extreme assertions. The concept of a magnetic time warp or core vortex growing to catastrophic size appears speculative and unsupported by peer-reviewed research or official NASA findings. The sun's hidden black hole heart. There is no credible scientific evidence or NASA data supporting the existence of a microscopic black hole inside the sun's core. The idea that such a black hole, with the mass of a small moon but atomic size, lurks within the sun, contradicts established physics. According to current understanding, any microscopic black hole formed during the sun's birth would have evaporated long ago due to Hawking radiation. Gravitational anomalies and unexplained vibrations in the sun are actively studied, but they are generally attributed to complex plasma dynamics, magnetic fields, and fusion processes, rather than exotic objects like black holes. The sun's core is governed by nuclear fusion, which provides a stable energy output and prevents catastrophic collapse. The scenario of a black hole inside the sun triggering a hypernova is inconsistent with stellar evolution models. Our sun, a middle-aged star, is not massive enough to end its life as a hypernova. Instead, it will eventually become a red giant and then a white dwarf over billions of years. While the sun's core holds many mysteries, the black hole hypothesis remains speculative and unsupported by scientific evidence or NASA's observations. Ghost star inside our sun. So, there is no scientific evidence or NASA helioseismic data confirming that the sun consumed a twin star billions of years ago. The sun actually formed about 4.6 billion years ago from a collapsing cloud of gas and dust. And, well, while binary star systems are pretty common, our sun is understood to have formed as a single star. Helioseismology, which studies solar oscillations, hasn't revealed any chemical imbalances or elements that would indicate a consumed star inside the sun's core. The idea of a second magnetic field caused by the remnants of a twin star orbiting within the sun just isn't supported by current solar physics. The sun's magnetic activity and solar cycles are explained by the solar dynamo, a complex interaction of plasma flows and magnetic fields within the sun's convective zone. Variability in solar storms arises naturally from these processes without needing a trapped star, and the concept of a vampire star draining energy from planets is really speculative and not applicable to our sun's characteristics. While the sun's history and future definitely hold mysteries, the notion of it having devoured a twin star remains a hypothesis without observational backing or theoretical support. The sun's quantum abomination. So here's the thing. There's just no verified scientific evidence or NASA data backing up the claim that particles move faster than light near the sun's core, or that physics somehow breaks down in a 200-mile-wide zone there. According to established physics, nothing can travel faster than light in a vacuum. And causality, meaning cause comes before effect, is a fundamental principle upheld by Einstein's theory of relativity. Neutrinos produced in the sun's core do travel close to light speed, but they don't actually exceed it. The idea of time loops, miniature wormholes, or quantum anomalies causing gravitational ripples and atomic clocks skipping time all over the globe just doesn't have any observational or experimental support. And, honestly, no recorded event in 2012 or any other year has shown atomic clocks worldwide skipping 0.7 seconds simultaneously because of solar activity. While the sun's core is definitely extreme and complex, our current understanding still lines up with relativity and quantum mechanics. The sun does influence the solar system through gravity and electromagnetic radiation, but it's not testing or rewriting the fabric of reality. At the end of the day, these claims are pretty speculative and just aren't grounded in mainstream astrophysics or NASA findings. The sun's corpse-like core. When it comes to the idea of a corpse-like core, there's just no credible scientific evidence or NASA helioseismology data showing a 2,000-mile-wide dead zone in the sun's core where nuclear fusion has stopped. The sun's core is actually continuously sustaining nuclear fusion, converting hydrogen into helium and producing the energy that powers the sun and supports life here on Earth. Helioseismology, which is the study of solar oscillations, has not detected any region where fusion has ceased. Solar wind variations that have been observed since the 2000s are actually due to changes in the sun's magnetic activity and solar cycle dynamics, not because of a failing core or some kind of emergency backup power. The idea of a growing cold dead zone feeding on the core and mimicking fusion through electrical currents is, honestly, speculative and not supported by current astrophysical models. Sure, stars do change as they age, but the sun is stable and expected to keep its fusion processes going for billions of years. The whole concept of cancerous cold spots consuming a star from the inside just isn't recognized in stellar physics. While it's super important to keep monitoring the sun's behavior, claims about a dead core and imminent collapse within centuries really don't have a scientific basis and actually contradict what we know. The sun's doomsday protocol. Let's talk about the so-called doomsday protocol. There's absolutely no scientific evidence or NASA data supporting the existence of a kill switch called terminus inside the sun, or any star for that matter. The idea of a dormant magnetic weapon buried 150,000 miles beneath the sun's surface that could fire a relativistic plasma jet to sterilize solar systems is, well, purely speculative and just not grounded in astrophysical research. NASA's Parker Solar Probe is out there studying the sun's magnetic fields and solar wind, but it hasn't detected any signals that would suggest a self-destruct mechanism or countdown linked to ancient supernovae. The sun's activity cycles and magnetic behavior are explained by well-understood processes like the solar dynamo and magnetic field reversals. There's no need to bring in neural network-like filaments or cosmic railguns. The whole idea that stars have built-in self-destruct systems causing civilizations to go silent is really more science fiction than astrophysical fact. The sun's life cycle is governed by nuclear fusion and gravitational equilibrium, and honestly, it's expected to remain stable for billions of years before eventually evolving into a red giant, and then a white dwarf. So, in summary, the terminus kill switch narrative just doesn't have any basis in current solar physics or NASA findings. Thanks so much for exploring the sun's deepest secrets with Space Facts. If you found this journey into our star's core as mind-blowing as we did, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss a cosmic update. Subscribe now to join our community of space enthusiasts, and drop a comment below. What discovery shocked you the most? Your thoughts really do fuel our mission to bring the universe closer to you. Stay curious and keep looking up.